my subscribers have literally saved my life. No joke. Hello everyone, hope you're having a good day today. We have a rare non-walk and talk video. We have a rare Ben sitting down in place making a video here. I did promise I was going to make this video. I really wanted to make a video to thank everyone and to just kind of talk about the situation, right? I made a video a couple days ago about how I was hitting financial hardship, having a very tough moment. And yeah, you guys really came through for me. Everyone came through for me. Everyone showed up, every country. It's amazing, subscribers from USA, Africa, Malaysia, of course, everywhere, every country, Indonesia, India, to the point that I was surprised, it exceeded my expectations. Of course, I didn't really have expectations, but it exceeded what I thought was possible. So yeah, a huge sincere thank you to everybody who sent a donation, wrote me a nice email, a nice comment. It means everything to me. And I did my best to reply to everybody. I sent probably 150 to 200 emails just in the last 2 days, 3 days, whatever it is. And so, yeah, this has been a lot. But now I will say I am out of my difficult moment for sure. In terms of housing, in terms of food, in terms of my necessities are now covered for now, for a little while actually. I will announce the full amount that I received. What I want you guys to do is right now go down in the comments before you skip ahead. Come on, let's have a little fun. Write down in the comments, how much do you think that we got? What do you think that the total donations amount was across all platforms? Just write a comment below. I want to see what what people think before they get the number, right? I think it'll be fun. But yeah, I'll show you around this condo that I'm staying in. After I got the donations, I moved into an Airbnb, which got a good price. It's $19 a night before fees, during the week, so that's usually you get a much better deal during the week. So I got a kitchen, I had been fasting. I did a full 7-day water fast, both for health and because I wanted to cut my finances, my spending, for some period while I figured things out. And it was immensely helpful for me health-wise. Dropped body fat, but also my autoimmune disease is substantially reduced. And my symptoms at the moment are negligible, whereas before they were pretty bad. So that's good. But now I went back into a very clean diet. I'm cooking all of my food. Now I do see some people commenting there's always going to be some haters, but there are some commenters why on earth are you cooking your food? Why don't you just eat the cheap street food? Or why are you eating meat? Why are you buying beef? It's the only reason is because of my health and what my body allows, and keeping my autoimmune disease in remission, and allowing me to feel okay day to day. That's why I do a carnivore diet. That's why I cook at home. That's why I eat beef here in Southeast Asia, where otherwise I probably never would. I would eat out every day. I don't want to eat only meat. It's not something I wish on anyone. And if I didn't have autoimmune disease, an autoimmune condition, I would not. But yeah, that's just where I'm at, And so, yeah, I know it looks bad if somebody doesn't know me, if somebody doesn't watch the channel, they don't really follow along too much. It's they don't know the full story. They're just what is this guy doing? I get it. But, I book places with a kitchen so that I can stay healthy and try and, keep myself doing okay. But yeah, I'll give you a little tour around this place. It's actually, for the size and for what it is, the price is really good. However, This is the fourth room that they've given me at this point. Or I've had to change rooms 4 times because of well, for one, a horrible odor in the room, which comes from the bathroom, the drains, the pipes, it's an issue here. And other rooms I had like severe cockroaches and just had to switch. And I was getting really frustrated. I was like, I wanted to get a refund and they said no. And so I was very adamant in getting a room that was livable for a couple days. And this one is okay. Mild odor, so I still have to crack the windows at all times, but it's just how it is. But yeah, I have the full kitchen, most importantly, can cook my food here. I have an actual kitchen table, which I don't really need, 4-person kitchen table. That's the second most important thing, having a work desk. I don't care about having a TV, anything like that. Just need a decent bed, a work desk. I need a kitchen. And that's like pretty much the only requirements I ever have for a place I'm staying. Bathroom, run of the mill, smelly, standard. But like this is everything I need. It's perfect. I don't even need this much, so let's say, but yeah. For now, it's good. During the week, I'm still figuring out plans. I'm looking at long-term rentals in KL, around KL, deciding whether or not I will bite the bullet and rent something monthly. A lot of you have sent me a lot of info and tips, and I appreciate everyone helping, trying to steer me in the right direction. It's very helpful. I know a lot of you are like banking on me booking or renting like a 12-month contract kind of place, but I'm still way too hesitant to commit to that, on a tourist visa for one. It's just like it doesn't seem smart actually. At any time I could have trouble getting back into the country, and then what? I have a lease that I have to pay, so I'm definitely not doing that. If anything, I would rent a place month to month. The places do want 2 months deposit oftentimes, or pretty much always, but yeah, we'll see. I'm still hesitant to commit because it's just difficult to make content, come up with ideas. Until you're in this position doing it, you don't maybe realize how hard it is to come up with an idea for a vlog every day, or even doing it every other day. I typically, after 2 weeks or so, I hit a point where it's like, okay, I need to travel. Even if I take a train to Malacca, a bus to Malacca, it's like, that's gonna change my headspace. I'm going somewhere fresh, I have a different perspective. I can pull out the camera and make a vlog much easier. It's just how it always goes. It's since the beginning of the channel, so. We'll see. I probably, for this very immediate moment, will stick to like trying to find, $15 to $22 a night bookings, as I usually do. And I'll stay in KL for a bit because I did get the DJI mic. It was actually in my last video at the Sunway Pyramid Mall that I did. And, again, I had some pretty nasty comments about like, you were just almost homeless, like, you're an idiot basically for buying that. Again, I get where you're coming from, I do, but at the end of the day, I see this as an investment. First priority, I get in order, my housing, my food, after that, if I have that secured for a little while, and I do have money coming in, I have some guaranteed money coming in, I have additional money that I have a second job, I have my design work that I do, I'm not going to be screwed, right? And this is an investment. It opens up some opportunity for me, and I do think it will pay itself off within just a few months. I know I keep talking about it, but yeah, I want to do the street interviews, and I'm going to start doing them actually as early as this weekend, or within the next few days. So it's not going to be the whole channel. It's not going to just be interviews, but it's going to be a series, and I think it will be strong. And yeah, it will also make vlogging in general different. You know, normally if I go on a beach, if I'm on a motorbike, if I'm anywhere windy, you know, if I'm near an intersection that's windy, it's like I can't put that clip in the vlog usually because it sounds bad. And this happens almost every single vlog where I'm walking around somewhere and there's a point that's windy and it sounds really bad on the camera and there's nothing I can do about it. So it will help in multiple ways. Besides that, I was able to get a haircut. I hadn't had a haircut in, I don't even know the last place I got a haircut because it's so long. I think it was in Malacca. I think it was like, you know, a month and a half ago. I don't know at this point, 2 months ago, month and a half, too long. It wasn't feeling good. That's why I was wearing a hat all the time. So I got that, I got my laundry done. You know, I was kind of on dirty laundry for a long time. Like these necessities that were building up and like, you know, I was really having to pinch pennies and then worry about where I was gonna stay and food. And the reality is, it's like, I was expecting money any day, but it's like, it was very in the air. You know, I was expecting to get a 1,000 ringgit payment for some design work. And it was just taking longer than anticipated. And so I did get that now as well, which also, you know, it's helpful. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video mostly to thank everyone and kind of let you know where I'm at now, give you a little update. I'm gonna stay in KL for a little while at least because I think doing interviews here would be the most sensible. If you have an idea where you know, some good places that I can kind of hang around to talk to people on the streets, let me know. You know, I kind of have some ideas in mind. I think for the stuff that's more foreigner focused, you know, if I want to interview expats or rather if I want to interview tourists, right, foreigners, I can go somewhere like KLCC Park. I can go, you know, one of these places where there's just tons of tourists around and approach people who look approachable. But those areas, you know, I'm not going to find very many Malaysians to speak to. And so, you know, if I want to interview Malaysians, maybe it's better for me go hang around Pedaling Jaya, right? And do some street interviews there. So yeah, that's that. I've also discovered quite a revelation here within my YouTube account that has been for sure lessening my earnings. And so, you know, usually I play ads in the videos. I put ads in my videos and that's how I make some money. I only get paid if people click the ads. That's how YouTube works. You know, or if somebody has YouTube Premium, if you pay monthly for YouTube Premium, like it also gives the creator a little cut, you know, as well, a small cut. But they allow you to click the option to automatically place the ads, so you allow YouTube to figure out where in the video to put the ads, or you can manually place the ad breaks in the video. And I've always just pressed automatic. You know, I've always kind of trusted YouTube to put the ads in some decent places, right? Well, bad move. Going back and looking through my videos that are not performing well, videos that, you know, earn me around 60 or 70 cents every 1,000 views, which is atrociously bad. You know, and I'm looking like, what's going, like, why? Like, how is it even possible that I get 100,000 views on a video and I only make $70 US? It's like, that should never happen. It should never, ever, ever happen. And so in those videos, I see YouTube places an ad at the very end. They place one ad at the end of a 40-minute video, 30, 40, 50-minute video. It's like, what do you do? Of course that I'm not gonna make any money off of that video then. And then I look at my videos that are making me $3 for 1,000 views, you know? Maybe 20,000 views and it made $60. And I see that YouTube placed, you know, many different points, starting like very early in the video throughout, that it's possible that they will show you an ad. You know, they will only show you an ad if you are in any way likely to click ads. If you skip ads all the time, or if you never ever click an ad, YouTube is much less likely to show you ads in general. That's how their algorithm works. You know, they figure out who's most likely to actually watch this and convert for the advertiser. And so, yeah, looking back, I have so many videos where YouTube placed an ad at the end, and that's it. So from now on, I will be placing manually my ad breaks, or I will at least make sure that YouTube placed them. And if they did not, then I will add them throughout. So I think that's a huge thing that was inhibiting my earnings. And I'm also looking into some other things like freelance writing gigs. You know, I'm a very strong writer. Like speaking and writing are kind of my strong suits, you know. And so like copywriting and different types of writing gigs, you know, would be quite easy for me. And so looking into that, I think that's a good option to make a little bit of money each month. Yeah, gonna be making more content. I'm gonna be shooting for daily videos. You know, I will probably have one day a week off, at least every Sunday or something, you know, keep myself from really burning out, right? And if I really need a day off, you know, I do 3 days in a row, 2 days in a row even, and I just can't make it work on a day, you know, I'm not gonna force it and put up a bad video. So yeah, daily videos, unless like I really can't make it happen, that's what I'm gonna do. And so that will increase the revenue because I had 60% less videos on that difficult month. And so that is just too much of a difference, right? Then otherwise, just like putting in extra work on my design work as well so that I can keep that going strong, because typically I make well over, I typically make per month around $1,500 US from my design stuff, 1,000 to 1,500. And so that's, you know, at the moment my strongest earner. I need to put my focus into that. You know, I wanted to go all in on YouTube, and so sometimes, like oftentimes, my design stuff gets sidelined, and yeah, I need to keep that as a high priority because that's like still my, you know, my life source. And of course, you know, I do get consistent donations here and there, especially some of my I have a few supporters who have consistently, like, you know, once a month, sometimes like more frequently, they've sent like $100, $150, $200. You know, you folks know who you are. You know, I've thanked you in some videos before. But yeah, we got over 100 donations between Touch and Go and PayPal and Wise. A few on Buy Me a Coffee as well. So yeah, I'm ecstatic with the amount that I got from it, and I'm, you know, forever grateful that you guys both love my content, and you know, you feel some sort of connection to me and willingness to help me and support this journey and support me through a tough time. You know, it means a lot, and it puts it into perspective for me that, like, wow, this is like you're building something strong. You're building a strong community, and you're doing something that people really love. You know, who cares if there are a few people out there who don't like it or who get bothered by what you say? I no longer really care, because I see just how many people do love what I do, and you know, really enjoy it and get some value from it. Yeah, it made me emotional. You know, I was truly emotional, like in tears, because I didn't anticipate anything like this. So, you know, I'll prevent myself from getting emotional now, right, on camera, but I can feel it. You know, it's real, right? But yeah, I want to give you the total. I debated, like, do I give them the full total? And I was like, okay, I think there's no reason not to, right? Some people asked me, so like, I may as well. All right, folks, if you didn't already leave a comment guessing the total, I want you to guess, how much did we make? I'm gonna tell you right now. So across all platforms, you know, we got around 120 donations, you know, something like that, between 110 and 130 donations. I don't have an exact count at this point, but it's somewhere in there. And the total dollar amount, let me convert this to ringgit as well, just to give you that, because I do know it's typically $1 US is 5 ringgit, but it's not exact, and I want to give you more of an exact amount. Okay, so got the total here. Now, in ringgit, 13,300 ringgit, 3,075 US dollars. I mean, what? So it's so immensely helpful. You know, that amount of money goes very far in this country, and like takes away so much of my stress and allows me to actually focus on what I'm doing and focus on growing my income, so I don't ever have to do that again, right? I don't want it to just be money where it's like going into my expenses and not thinking about, okay, well, how am I going to prevent that from ever happening again, right? And I will say, I want you guys to know that was like a unique situation where usually I'm quite okay. For many months now, I've been like, my income has been doing better, and I've been, staying afloat really well. And things just like, everything kind of happened at once. Like I said, a few things fell through. Like I had two sponsors fall through, and I had like 2 designs fall through, and I had the one that I was waiting on still. And like my YouTube earnings were also less. And because I thought I was getting that money, right? I was kind of planning and spending according to like, okay, I'm getting this money. And since they didn't happen, it put me in a bad spot. Now, I should have been a little smarter with like, now I kind of learned, it's like, unless it's guaranteed, until you get that money, it's not guaranteed. So, I have to be a little bit more cautious in that regard. But I am, I'm not just recklessly spending, I actually don't really do anything. My life is mostly like sitting here on the laptop, either doing research, educating myself, or editing, or coming up with ideas, or I'm filming. I had a few comments, it's like, dude, all you do is walk around for 30 minutes a day, like, that's it. It's definitely, it's not the whole picture. Unfortunately, I wish it was that easy. When it's condensed into the final product, sure, maybe a 30-minute to 1 hour vlog, but the whole picture of figuring things out, optimizing it, actually making it work and getting views and being successful, that part's not easy. I want to say anyone can do it, and for the most part, anyone can if you put in the work and you learn and educate. But for the most part, it's a lot. There's a lot in this YouTube thing. There's a lot of people trying to do it and live that lifestyle, some type of freedom feeling lifestyle. So it's like, of course it's not easy. And then I also spend I spend 2 hours doing design work. I do Instagram work. I have to go around liking a bunch of stuff on Instagram just to get people to see my profile. I do that for an hour and a half a day. It's a lot, all encompassing. I spend a lot of my time working. Most of my time spent working, 8 hours a day, 9 hours, 10 hours. And my off time, a lot of times I'm learning about YouTube, learning tricks, optimizing, watching podcasts, entrepreneurial business podcasts and stuff like that. So it's my whole thing right now. It's my whole focus. I'm not just out here like going and playing pickleball every day or whatever, going and playing basketball all day, walking around shopping, not. But you guys allow me to free up some headspace to think about business and think about the things I need to be focused on instead of stressing and being depressed about my, where am I going to get money for food to break my fast, or how am I going to book a hotel? So again, and when I say hotel, I also mean homestay. A lot of times, because people are like, well, you shouldn't stay in hotels, you should stay in homestays. To me, I just use hotel as an interchangeable term for like the place that I'm going to stay. I don't even necessarily mean a hotel. I just book whatever's available at the best price at that given week. And ideally, like, I can have a kitchen, because now it's a priority for me. Like, I need to keep my health in order, because if my health starts going down as well, I become depressed. My stomach hurts every day, and it really, I know now how much it impacts my day. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. Is like, you know, thank you everyone, right? Thank you. And I wanted to give you the total. I wanted to give you an update, right? Yeah, I love all of you. I really do, and I want to keep this thing going strong. You know, I'm going on a couple podcasts, and so I will be letting you guys know, probably in the community tab. Like, I'll give you some links to these podcasts I'm going to be on. I'm excited about those. I just did one last night, actually. But that's cool. I think it gets the name out there, and I think it's fun. I think these podcasts are cool too, supporting them. It's like, so yeah, very happy where things are and where things are heading. So stay tuned, and yeah, subscribe if you haven't. Probably mostly subscribers watching this. Drop a thumbs up. You know, that's, you know, works every time. But yeah, enjoy your day, and I will see you in the next video. One thing I forgot to mention is the iPad situation, which is sorted as well. Thankfully, I didn't even need to get a new iPad. I was able to just get a new screen, and it works perfectly fine. So that's huge. It was 250 ringgit for the, so like $50 for the screen and the, you know, them actually replacing it. And so that's great. You know, I was thinking I would have to buy like a cheap budget tablet or something, or like a, you know, find a used one, but no, it's good because I also have a lot of stuff on this iPad. I also have like, it's the only way I can access a lot of my old design work. So yeah, I need to put that on a cloud server as well. So in case, you know, I don't ever get screwed. But yeah, iPad is sorted, doing my design work again, not on the computer anymore. You know, I was using Photoshop, which I'm not very good at making designs like that. I need to use the stylus with the pen. So that's sorted, and yeah, that was another huge priority of mine. So yes, thanks again.